Welcome teachers and students. Today we can discuss about replication of DNA in prokaryotic cells. Double-stranded DNA is a polymer of two strands of nucleotides which are hydrogen bonded to each other to form a double helix. Nucleotides are the molecules that consist of a deoxyribose sugar, a phosphate, and a four nitrogenous bases. The phosphodiester backbones consist of alternating sugar and phosphate groups. The nitrogenous base includes cytosine, thymine, adenine, and guanine. Cytosine forms three hydrogen bonds with guanine, and thymine forms two hydrogen bonds with adenine. This is referred to as a complementary base pairing. The double helix will have one strand oriented in a 5' to 3' direction related to the hydroxy group to deoxyribose sugar, and the other strand oriented in 3' to 5' direction. This shows the antiparallel nature of DNA strands. The complementary base pairing in the structure of DNA allows replication to be executed in a semi-conservative manner. Each strand of DNA molecule is a template in the creation of a new double strand. Replication begins with double-stranded DNA being separated, and each original strand, called a parent strand, is used as a template for the complementary base pairing of nucleotides to make two new molecules. DNA replication occurs in 5' to 3' direction, adding new nucleotides to 3' end of a newly formed strand. DNA replication will begin at a specific area of molecules called the origin of replication. The origin of replication denotes the area of active replication called the replication fork. In order to understand how complex eukaryotic organisms replicate DNA, scientists first studied replication in prokaryotic models like E. coli. A number of enzymes are needed for replication to proceed once the replication fork is established. Helicase separates the strands of double helix, and single-stranded bind proteins stabilizes the newly synthesized single-strand regions. DNA gyrase is used to make sure the double-stranded areas outside the replication fork do not supercoil. Once the replication fork is stable, DNA polymerase catalyzes the addition of new nucleotides to the growing double daughter strand. Other proteins such as beta clamps and clamp holder help hold the DNA polymerase in a place on the DNA. Short sequences of RNA called primers have to be paired to the template strand by the enzyme primase because DNA polymerase cannot begin to add nucleotides without a primer. Replication of both strands occurs at the same time using continuous synthesis and the other discontinuous. Continuous synthesis occurs on the 3' to 5' orientation parent strand referred to as the leading strand. New nucleotides are added to the 3' end, moving continuous towards the expanding replication fork. Discontinuous synthesis occurs on the parent strand that is oriented from 5' to 3' called the lagging strand and is completed in the segments called Okazaki fragments. Replication on this strand uses primase to add primers ahead of the 5' end of the lagging strand. DNA polymerase III then adds short sequences of nucleotides, the Okazaki fragments, to the primer, filling in the gap. As the helicase is opened further, this process upcuts until the entire strand is replicated. DNA polymerase I replaces the RNA primers with DNA nucleotides, and DNA ligase is used to ensure bonding between the fragments and the replaced nucleotides. Once both the leading and the lagging strand have completed their replication, two identical copies of DNA molecules result. The process of DNA replication allows active dividing bacterial cells to make all daughter cells have the same genetic instructions as the parent cell, allowing them to function in the same manner. Thus, bacterial population can grow, increasing the number of individuals in a colony.